You go right ahead, Melissa.
All right. So focusing on those muscles and those areas in our body that are most affected by that tech neck syndrome, we're going to start right up in the neck area. So sit at the edge of your chair and bring your feet right underneath you. So your knees are at 90 degrees stacked right over your ankles. And then you want to just draw your head back. You don't want to tuck your chin and draw back. Just draw your head back so that your ears line up over your shoulders. Now, in doing that, you may feel your shoulders lift a little bit. See if you can just relax them down. And to counter that effect of rolling forward, can you roll the shoulder heads back and feel a little bit of pinching of the shoulder blades on your back body? Beautiful. Now, find your tailbone in your mind's eye. Root down through your sit bone and your tailbone, and then draw a line up the length of your spine all the way out through the crown of the head. And as you do that, you may feel this lift. That's a good thing. Imagine you could place a little extra space between each vertebra. So you want to keep the ears over the shoulders. You want to keep your spine long. You want to keep your shoulders slightly rolled back. And now we want to focus on our abdominals. So you want to pull your belly in towards your spine and feel that additional lift. So when your front body starts to work with your back body, you're really helping to optimize that good posture position. So the belly muscles, when we're in that schlumpy tech neck pose, they get soft. We want to retrain those muscles to get nice and strong. So pull your belly in towards your spine. You'll feel that lift. Now try to keep all of this engaged and just close your eyes and breathe. Easy breaths in and out through your nose. You may notice that this is taking a little bit of effort. It is. Our body is retraining itself to sit properly. There's a lot of activity going on, or should be. Navel to spine, collarbones wide, shoulders broadened, ears over the shoulder, and spine nice and long. All of that going on while we still maintain softness in the face, a nice open chest, and nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. So this is where we begin. See if you can make kind of an imprint of this feeling, this position in your body and in your mind. And throughout your day, maybe you just practice this. You could even practice this standing in line somewhere at the grocery store or wherever you are. Can you stand tall and do this very same thing? Navel to spine, spine long, shoulders open, and ears floating over the shoulders. Beautiful. Let's ease the eyes open, and we'll just add on some sun breaths to begin to move with our breath and coordinate the two, which is the yoga. Breath and movement combined together. So take your arms by your side, turn your palms out, keep that nice long spine, keep the belly pulled in, and inhale, float the arms overhead. Pause at the top here and check in with those inner shoulders. Did they creep up to your ears? If they did, can you relax them down? Yes. Pull the navel towards the spine, breathe in. And on the exhale, press your palms together and pull your thumbs to your heart without your chest rounding. Keep your spine nice and long and lift your sternum to your thumbs. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Inhale, release the hands down, float the palms up. Pause at the top, check in with those shoulders, relax if you need to. Belly to spine. Press the palms, exhale, thumbs to the chest. Keep your heart lifting up towards your thumbs so you stay nice and tall in your spine. Good, last one. Inhale, release the arms and sweep them up and overhead. Stay long in the spine. Press the palms together and exhale, release the thumbs to the center of the chest. Pause here. Take a breath in, and on your next exhale, from your belly, you're going to twist to the right. So your chest, your rib cage, and your shoulders twist to the right. Your knees and your hips stay exactly where they are, facing forward. Pull your belly towards your spine. Feel that squeeze in your midsection. And then release your right hand to the back of your chair and your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Take a breath in and get really tall. Lengthen your spine. On the exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. Maybe your gaze goes back behind your right shoulder. Make sure your knees aren't swiveling, but keep them pointing straight forward. Bring out your belly and breathe through the twist. Good, and then inhale, release, come forward, arms up and overhead, reach for the sky. Exhale, press the palms together, draw the thumbs to the center of the heart. Take that big breath in, so fill up, and on the exhale, squeeze your belly to the spine and twist to the left. So notice if your knees are moving with you, keep them facing forward. This twist comes right from the center of the body. Release your left hand to the back of the chair, right hand to the outside of your left thigh, and then take a breath in, get nice and tall in your spine. And as you breathe out, see if you can deepen your twist towards the back of the chair. If the neck is feeling flexible, turn your chin back there as well. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, really squeeze your belly towards your spine, bringing it out. Good. Inhale, let's draw ourselves back to center. Sweep the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, the thumbs travel all the way down to the heart. And then hands release down beside you. Let's give each shoulder a single roll. So alternating right and left, as if you were doing a backstroke, swimming those shoulders back. Nice. We're going to work on the shoulders in particular. So the next set of postures will really be focusing on that. Good. All right. Come to stillness in the center, and we're going to walk our feet and our knees together. So I want you to kind of glue everything together in the lower body. The lower body is not going to move in this next sequence. We're just going to work on opening up the shoulders. In particular, your focus is going to be rolling whichever arm we're working on, rolling the front of that right shoulder back. So this is to help retrain the muscles from doing this and getting us more accustomed to opening up. So take your hands straight forward, palms facing down. This is going to involve a little bit of abdominal work too. So feet flat on the ground. As you inhale, you're going to lean forward with a long spine. So we're not rounding. We're keeping our spine long and lifted. You should feel your lower belly muscles turn on as you do this. As you exhale, you're going to bow and arrow that right arm back. So take the elbow all the way back and twist, looking back. So here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to swivel your knees and hips as you do that. The knees and hips stay forward. We're just taking that right shoulder and elbow back. Good. Inhale, come forward. Lean out. Engage your abdominals. And then exhale, take that bow and arrow. Right elbow pulls all the way back and twist to look over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, lean forward. Take it forward. Engage your core. Exhale, sit back and pull, bow and arrow style, that right elbow back. Good. And then inhale, come forward and lean forward and hold. Spine is long. Shoulders are away from the ears. Navel pulls in. Breathe in. And then exhale, sit back and relax the arms down. Woo! All right, let's shake it out. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely feel my shoulders kind of loading up. So that's kind of what we want to feel. We want to start to feel the warmth in there. We want to feel those muscles getting strong again. All right, let's take the other side. Arms straight out in front of you, palms facing down. And as you inhale, you're going to lean forward. Exhale, bow and arrow that left elbow. Pull it back, knees and ankles stay glued. You're twisting from your belly as you wrap that left shoulder back. Inhale, pull forward, lean forward. Exhale, sit back and bow and arrow that left elbow, pulling it back, wrapping your left shoulder back. Inhale, come forward, lean forward, use your core. And then exhale, sit back and pull back. Beautiful. Last time, inhale, let's come forward and hold. This time, interlace your hands and flip your palms away from you. Reach out. Find some length from your hips out through the waist. Breathing in. And then releasing, breathing out. Let's shake the arms out, roll the shoulders out. Yeah, good job. I'm feeling it. I hope you guys are too. All right, one nice last big shoulder opener. We'll do one arm and then the other. So the right arm is going to start. Your left arm can just relax down by your side on the left side. We're going to take the right hand and you're going to follow the path of your arm with your gaze. So as you inhale, that right arm is going to come forward all the way up and back. And again, the knees and the hips and ankles stay glued together. Follow the hand with your gaze and then doing that a couple of times. So it's one big circle and rotation without swiveling the hips or the knees. So take this nice and slow and see if you can really feel out that shoulder joint, right? The ball and socket moving here. This should feel really good. And then when you reach the top, we're going to pause at the top. I want you to bend that top elbow and you're going to cup it with your opposite hand. So left hand is going to grab the elbow and you're going to try to bring your fingertips down the center of your back. Now here's where the neck and the ears come in. Can you lean your head back enough so that your ears are stacked over your shoulders, right? We don't want our head to be down here somewhere, chin drop towards the chest. Lean back and get that stack going. Now pull your belly in towards your spine. Lengthen your spine. All of that going on. It's a lot. Breathe into it. For extra credit, you can release your left hand, take the back of the hand to the low back and roll your left shoulder open. Option may be even to wiggle the fingertips to meet on the back side of the body if that's available to you. Only if it's available to you and only if it feels good, right? We don't want to take it to the point of feeling like something's hurting. That's not yoga. Stretching is good, but not hurting. Good. Keep leaning the head back. Keep the chin lifted. Keep the throat area nice and open. Good. One more breath in. And then exhale. Let's let all that go. Any movement that would feel good to you here, ladies. Roll your shoulders out. Swim your arms. Anything that would feel good to kind of let all that good stuff go. And we'll set ourselves up for the other side. Right arm is going to be dangling down beside you. Knees, ankles, and feet are together. And then the left arm is going to come down, forward, up, and back. And you're going to take your gaze to follow your hand. So feel what's happening in the front of that left shoulder. Especially as you rotate it back, you're opening up your chest. You're broadening across the collarbones. And we're really oiling up that joint, right? Increasing our range of motion. And all of this is related to helping ourselves improve our posture. Let's just do one more and then stay up at the top. Here's where you're going to bend the elbow and take your right hand to cup your left elbow. So work the elbow right to the back of the skull, right in the center of the skull, and work the fingertips down the center of the spine. Do what you can do here. Maybe stay here. This could be enough. Or that right hand comes back. placing the back of the hand to the sacrum, or maybe fingertips starting to reach for one another, or grab onto your shirt or sweater or whatever you have on, right? Now again, the challenge is to keep the head pressing back, keeping the chin from dipping down, keeping the belly pulled in and the spine nice and long. Breathe into all of that. Try to soften a little bit where you can. It's not all about effort. There's some ease here too, especially in your breath. Keep the breath flowing in and out. Oh, so good. Beautiful. Last breath in. And then exhale. Let's let all that go. Woo. Shake it out. All right. Hopefully you feel something's shifted up here, maybe opened up. There's a little more spaciousness in the neck and the shoulder area. Now we'll go into the spine and we'll do our beautiful cow-cat sequence, which I recommend for everyone to do every day, whether you're on hands and knees or simply in a chair. You can do it seated in bed. I'll turn to the side. We're going to do a variation on it, again, with the emphasis on opening up the shoulders. So for today's, I'll turn to the side so you can just see where I'd like to go with this. We work with extension when we inhale. So we're going to open our arms back, and you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades on the inhale. On the exhale, you're going to roll back and hollow out your belly, and your palms are going to meet in front of you, and you're going to tuck your chin towards your chest. So in this sequence, our pelvis and hips do move. As we inhale, expand and extend, widening across the front of the chest. Reach your fingertips way back. And then on the exhale, you're going to flex your spine as you round, hollow out the chest, press your palms together, and tuck your chin way in. Good. Again, inhale, open up. As you roll over the sit bones, spread your chest open wide, reach back and squeeze your blades on your back. Exhale as you round and curl into yourself. Feel your vertebra open up here. Let's do two more. Inhale, opening wide. Exhale, rounding back. Nice full exhale. Squeeze the breath out. And last one. Inhale, open up. Expand your chest. Reach your fingertips back behind you. Exhaling, rounding, and curling into yourself. Open that back body. Good, and then coming back up to sit. Now we'll do a little bit of that four-letter word core work today. Because as we know, the front body and back body work together to keep us upright. When we're in that schlumpy position, everything goes soft down here. So a little bit of core work. I promise this is nicer to do in a chair than it is on your back on a mat when you're in yoga. All right, it's as simple as this. Lift your arms up and your palms are going to face forward. Check in with those inner shoulders. Let's drop them down in case they're creeping up by the ears. And then one leg at a time, we're going to march in place. So right leg comes up, keep your foot flexed, and then down. Left leg up, and then down. So all those other things we thought about or talked about, ears over the shoulders, spine long, belly pulled in. We want all of that to happen as we lift. So we're marching in place. Not only are we working our lower abs, and I hope you all are feeling this, we're working our hip flexors and we're working our quadriceps. So this is a really convenient thing to do. You could be at your desk and activate your core this way. You could be watching TV, right? Lots of applications for this very simple thing. If the shoulders are starting to fatigue, bring the arms down. Try not to hold on to the sides of the chair, but you're welcome to if you need to. And just keep working your core. So this is your transverse abdominis, right? This is the muscle that wraps around all the other abdominal muscles and acts like a corset. This is the one we want to keep strengthening. All right, we're going to add on here. So keep your march in place. So the next time Your right leg comes up, lift your left arm. Working in opposition here. Just the left arm. Yep. And then left leg, right arm. So this is good for your Zumba moves because we do a lot of this opposition in dance, right? And as we go slow, you really feel it. If you were to go faster, you would be kind of blowing through the movement. As we move slowly, we're really targeting that area and feeling it. Now, not only are we working the left and right side of our body, we are also working the left and right side of our brain. So this is yoga for the brain here. The left and the right hemispheres of the brain are activated as we do this. It's really good for you. Left and right side, if we were doing this in yoga, we would be on our backs on our mat and doing this very same thing. Good, let's do one more each side, once on the right and once on the left. Awesome, good job guys. All right, give your belly some love, tap it out. Beautiful, beautiful bellies. And now we're gonna take a wider stance. So you may need to scoot to the very edge of your chair. And hopefully you can see that my feet are turned out ballerina style and I have my ankles and my knees stacked. So this is a wide-legged position. We're gonna get a little bit of an inner leg stretch here and you might feel it in your hips as well. Let's work our side bodies open now. So bring the arms up and overhead. And on the exhale, that right arm is going to come down inside of your right thigh. And your left arm is just going to extend straight up to the sky. So lean back a little bit here. The tendency is to kind of drop the head forward. Can you lean the back of the head back and press your right elbow into your right inner thigh? Feel that stretch along the left side. And depending on the flexibility in your neck, you may want to look up to your left thumb. If that doesn't feel good, then maybe look straight forward at the camera. If that doesn't feel good, maybe look down at your right toes. Find a place that works for you and then spread your wings wide. So just think about broadening across the chest here. Press into your feet. And inhale, let's come up, both arms up and overhead, up and over to the other side. Left arm down, right arm straight up, as if you were making a T shape with your arms. So check in with the head, make sure it's not rolling forward, lean back and open the throat. Stretch your arms wide and feel breath across the front of the chest. Sit down into that right sit bone in case it feels like it's popping up. Maybe take your gaze up to your right thumb. Maybe take the gaze forward, maybe even down to the left toes. Your choice here. Breathe into the right rib cage. Feel that beautiful stretch. Good, and then transitioning, take your left forearm and place it on your left thigh. And then the right hand is going to come down to your right thigh, right behind the knee. Try to press your right knee open and straighten that right arm. And then dip your right shoulder down towards the left side. So you're going to open up that inner right thigh by pressing it away. You're turning your chest down towards your left thigh. Breathe into this. Try to straighten your right arm as much as possible. You may feel a nice stretch in that lower right quadrant of your back. Try to relax your head and neck here. Keep widening the knee by pressing it open. Good. Rise on up and switch sides. Right forearm to right thigh. Left hand right behind the left knee. Press that left knee open and dip your left shoulder to the right. Turn to the right. Stretching open your left inner leg. Apply as much pressure to open up as it feels good to you. Stretching that inner leg and then feeling a nice release in the lower left quadrant of your back. Beautiful. We're going to rise up to center. Let's bring the legs parallel to one another. Feet on the ground, knees stacked over the ankles, a forward fold to release our back. So bring your arms overhead. As you exhale, you're going to slide your palms down all the way along the front of your legs until you fold forward here. And you're going to release your head down towards the ground. The crown of the head faces the floor. Let your back body open up. And if you'd like to, you could interlace your hands behind your skull and just give a gentle tug to open up and lengthen the neck here. Keep it simple. It doesn't have to be a big tug, just something to help open it up. Good, and then release the hands down, and with intention, I want you to roll up nice and slow, as if you were restacking your bones, one at a time, from the very base of the spine all the way up to standing. And when the crown of the head reaches up, come back to that good posture position, ears over shoulders, shoulders slightly rolled back, spine long, belly pulled in. Awesome. Good. All right, from here, let's grab our right knee and bring it into our chest. So sit nice and tall. We're not going to round. We're not going to lean back. We're going to sit upright and pull the thigh to the chest. Good. Relax the shoulders down and let's roll the ankle out. And you can take this in any direction you'd like to. Oh, always feels so good. So another part that affects our posture is our ankles and our feet, which tend to get a little bit tight and less flexible over time. So, you know, when you see people kind of shuffling around, that's responsible for that. So we want to keep our joints down there as mobile as possible. So we're going to extend the leg out now. And if you can, try not to hold on. If you need to, thread your hands underneath and give a little lift to your thigh. Let's point and flex, and point and flex. Again, working on that ankle mobility. Really important to keep it nice and fluid. Point and flex, and point and flex. Good. Bend the knee and place the ankle to the opposite thigh. Now we're coming into our outer hip stretch. So a seated figure 4 position. So this targets that right outer hip. It's a really deep stretch. If your knee is up here somewhere, that's cool. Don't worry about it. A modification would be just across your legs. You're still going to get that nice stretch in the IT band there. But if you can do this, great. Flex your right foot. That's really important for keeping your knee joint healthy. And then sit upright. This may be where you want to be because there's plenty going on. I can feel it even sitting here. For a little extra, try to lean forward. Maybe you place your forearms on your shin or close to it. And as soon as you lean forward, you're going to feel that additional oomph in the stretch, right? Only go there if it feels good, and only go there if you don't lose your good posture. If you're doing this, you don't want to be there. Better to just sit upright, but keep all of that postural alignment happening. And put a smile on your face because you're doing something really good for your hips. Yes. Good stuff, guys. All right, one more breath in. And then exhale, we will release that. Maybe you want to give your leg a little shake out. I know that's helpful for me just to bring some blood flow back. And we'll take that on the other side. So sitting up nice and tall, let's wrap our hands around the front of that left shin and bring your thigh up in close to your chest. Roll your ankle out. Try to make nice big circles. Maybe you hear a pop or a crack, some kind of release. That is a good sign. I'm getting a bunch on this side. There's some stale energy in there. It needs to move around, and we're stirring up the pot, which is a good thing. All right. Let's extend the leg out. Maybe you don't need to assist. If you do, help your leg stay upright, and let's point and flex. Point and flex. Really explore the range of motion. Point and flex. Point and flex. Last one, point and flex, and then bend the knee and bring the ankle to the opposite thigh. Flex that foot. Again, option to cross the legs if that's a better thing for you. Don't worry about where the knee is. You know, for all of us, it's going to look different. That's the beauty of this practice, is that it assists all of us wherever we are. Sit up nice and tall. Stay here, or if you feel like maybe you have a little more room to explore, going deeper, and see if you can lean forward and keep your spine long. This side is a little more accessible for me, so I can get into this pose this side with a little more ease. But as always, in this practice, we don't want to go so far that we're hurting ourselves in any way. It's not about that. It's about getting a good stretch and feeling good in our bodies, but not about taking it to a point where it doesn't feel right. You may want to close your eyes and direct your breath into your outer hip on this side. Always a good exhale when I'm in a hip opening pose. Okay, bring yourself upright and let's give a good shake to that leg. Now we're going to explore some of the warrior poses. In yoga, the warrior poses are standing poses that build strength in our lower body and stamina. They are pretty hard poses, and they're pretty hard even in the chair. So scoot forward onto the edge of the chair, and we'll start with our left leg. We're going to turn it out to the left, so you want it to be outside the leg of your chair. And you're going to make a 90-degree angle with knee and ankle. The toes are going to face the left. Now your right leg is going to stretch back behind you to any amount. Now if it's too much to straighten your leg, go ahead and keep the knee bent. But the idea is to try to straighten the leg and bring the sole of your right foot all the way down onto the ground. And if you were to look down at your feet, you could draw a line from the back of your front heel to the arch of your back foot. So that's pretty much the alignment you want to have. What you're going to feel is a big stretch in the front of the hips. This is a standing hip opening pose. We're doing the seated variation. You can feel that opening of the hips. There's a big rotation of the hips open to the long side here. All right, is everybody in this more or less? All right, press down into that back outer edge of your foot and then bring your arms out to a T. Now, try not to let the shoulders come up. Can you relax them down? Remember, open up through the collarbones. Turn your gaze over your front left fingers and stretch your fingers out away from each other. So you're expanding and radiating out in all directions. Feel your legs turned on, especially that back leg. And then take a nice breath in. On the exhale, release your left forearm to your left thigh and stretch your right arm up and over your ear. So you're making a long angle on that right side. In your mind's eye, can you feel your right heel and your right fingertips? Can you feel that long stretch along the right side of the body? Beautiful work, everyone. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath, but let the breath be strong here. Good. Let's inhale, rise up back to warrior two, and then exhale, release. Good job. Woo! Give those legs a shake. I know I felt it. I hope you guys did too. And then setting up on the other side. So the right knee and ankle stack. The left leg comes long behind you. Again, If the knee needs to stay bent, that's okay. See if you can bring the entire sole of the left foot down, press into the outer edge of the foot, and then take a peek, check in with your alignment. Does your heel line up with the arch of your back foot? That's about where we want to be positioned. Stretch open the front of the hips, anchor down into your seat, and then lift your arms. Palms are facing down. Ground down into your legs and turn your gaze to your front middle finger. So right middle finger. Really embrace the warrior feeling in this pose. Strong and stable, open and ready for business. Yeah. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, that right forearm will come to the right thigh and your left arm is going to stretch up and over your left ear. So once again, try not to let your head drop down. Can you lean back a little bit more? Maybe roll that left shoulder back a little bit more. Press down through the back edge of your back foot. Grow long on that left side. Awesome, guys. And then rise on up. Beautiful. All right, come out of that, give your legs a shake, and let's come to stand. We'll need our chair, so I want you to position it so that you're facing the back of the chair. Your hands can rest on the back. We're going to stretch out our spine in downward facing dog. So as we hold on to the backs of our chairs, you want to bring your feet underneath your hips, and then you're going to walk one foot back and then the other until you come into an L shape more or less. Once you get there, then you're going to drop your chest down between your arms. You're going to lift your tailbone up, and you're going to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. If your hamstrings are really tight, go ahead and keep your knees bent and lift your tailbone that way. Keep drawing your heels towards the ground. Let your head relax. Feel that big stretch across the waist and the chest and the back of your legs. And then one little last exercise for the ankles. Inhale, rise high on your toes, lifting your heels. Exhale, melt the heels to the ground. Couple more times. Inhale, lift the heels high on the toes. Exhale, melt the heels down. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Beautiful. Let's walk our feet in, ladies. And then our last grounding pose for today, tree pose, which is such a beautiful pose. And this will kind of bring everything together that we've been working on. So right hand to the back of the chair, right leg will be our standing leg. You're going to use the sole of the left foot to line up somewhere along the inseam of your right leg. So it may be down here by your ankle. It could be at your calf. You could assist and bring it all the way up to the inner thigh if that feels good. And then really work on opening that knee so that it lines up with your outer hip. Do the best that you can. So we're squaring the hips towards the camera. We're practicing our good posture. So try to bring your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. Root down strongly through that standing leg. And maybe that left hand, the free hand, comes to the center of the chest. If you feel steady and your gaze is set somewhere, maybe the right hand joins it. If you fall out, consider that good luck. It's an opportunity to practice, right? When we fall, we get to practice and come back into the pose. Strengthening our ankles, strengthening our focus here. Pull your belly in, use a little core to assist as well. Beautiful. And then release the hands, release the leg, shake it out. and switch sides. This time, the left leg is the standing leg, left hand to the back of the chair. Find that sweet spot for the sole of the right foot. And maybe this leg is different. It could be positioned elsewhere on the leg. Just try to avoid pushing into your knee joint. That's not a good feeling and not a good idea. Now, check in with the knee. If it's rolling forward, can you open it up more to the side? And really press the foot into the thigh. Press your thigh into your foot. Take your free hand, your right hand, and place it in front of your heart. Find your focus, ground down strongly through your left leg, and maybe the left hand joins the right. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath, but breathe through the pose. And just tap into your tree energy, strong and rooted, grounded and giving. Oh, so beautiful. All right. Take a breath in and slowly release and come out of your pose. Oh, so nice, ladies. All right, come find your seat. We're gonna wrap up. Get yourself comfortable. Take a sip of water if you need it. And let's close our eyes and rest our hands on top of our thighs. For this portion, you can sit back into your chair if you'd like to and enjoy the support of the back of the chair. Let's actually turn our palms up. So palms up onto the thighs. Rest your elbows gently next to your body. Relax your shoulders. And then let the eyes close. And let's take a moment to just settle in, letting all the movement and the concentration and the intention and the breath work that we did, letting all of that just seep into our bodies and our cells. As we rest, we let our bodies receive the benefits of our practice. Relax the muscles in your face. And let your breath just breathe naturally through you. No need to guide it or alter it or modify it in any way. Just breathe as you would naturally. And take a little scan. We'll start at the crown of the head. Can you soften your forehead and your temples? Let the space between your eyes and your brow just relax. Bringing awareness to your cheeks and your mouth and your jaw. Maybe letting all of that go a little bit slack and releasing it. Dropping down into your neck. Softening there and across the tops of the shoulders. Just letting any last tension melt away. Bringing awareness to your spine, noticing how good and open it feels. The chest and the rib cage stretched and open. The lower abdominals and the belly strong and alert and awake now. Our hips and our pelvis grounded, stable, warmed up and open. Our thighs strong, relaxed. Our calf muscles supple and relaxed. All the muscles in the feet relaxed, our arches, each and every toe, feeling them soften and relax. Bringing awareness to the shoulders and the arms as they hang heavy. And then feeling into the hands and the palms as they open to receive. Taking a moment in gratitude to thank your body for all the wonderful things that it does each and every day, the things that we take for granted. And reminding ourselves that if you can't find the sunshine, just be the sunshine. Let's bring our hands together in front of our hearts. Ease the eyes open. And let's take a bow to one another to acknowledge the beautiful light that we all hold within us. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. I hope that you feel stretched out. I hope you have